controversial Olympics and poor staying conditions in Sochi, Russia. And this video has been brought to you by LOOTSCREEN. Okay everybody, just like I said before, this video is going to be all about the poor staying conditions and the controversial Olympics. I'm going to do this video in 3 parts. Part 1, what is the controversy, what the poor conditions are like. That's part 1. Part 2, how is this all affecting the world and how is this going to reflect on Russia at the end. And last but not least, part 3, my final thoughts and wrap-ups. Okay, so here we go. What is all this controversy? You might be asking yourself if you haven't really been paying attention or if you don't really care about the Olympics. Well, it is this. Vladimir Putin passed a law ways back, way before even 2014 showed up. And said, if you're gay, you're going to be punished. If you're gay from the country, you're going to be deported. So, if you're gay and you want to come visit our country, hide the fact that you're gay. Center yourself around women, Get chummy with women. Act really, I love you, women. I love you, I love you. And don't be hanging around the guys going, yeah. You know what I mean? So, and then this translated into, oh no, there's no gays allowed in the country. That means gay athletes are going to have trouble when they go to the Olympics. And yes, a good chunk of, I've heard, of gay athletes have decided not to go because of this. And lots of supporters, around the world say, hey, yo. But it doesn't seem like Russia has budged. So that is why it's that. And then people go, Sochi, Russia, are they going to be ready? So that's the big controversial, man, that's been around these games ever since that was hit. The games got really controversial since then. In that sense. And now, to move on to the other part of this, part 1, is the poor staying conditions, temporary staying conditions for the people staying there for the Olympics, whether it's the entire time or a good chunk of the time. Yes, there's been reports of rooms not being ready, rooms not having heat, water running but not safe to use, whether it's consuming or on your face. In other words, they were not ready. They were not top-notch staying conditions. People were expecting 5 stars, but they were expecting good accommodations, man, because that really reflects on, wow, you think a host city is going to go all out of their way, man, and all that jazz. And then there's all this about while all these rooms not ready, why is not everything ready? Well, because there's rumors of and allegations of money being funneled through the mafia, crimes, overspending, money being funneled elsewhere, being pocketed. So therefore, their money wasn't there to do the jobs properly, which also adds to the controversy at last minute to the games. And kind of makes people think, wow, maybe Russia wasn't the best country to host the Olympics. Well, we'll just have to wait to see what happens and see how this reflects on Russia. There are a lot of people, because of all this, think Russia's taken a couple steps back, but then Russia's trying to say, hey, no, we have moved forward. Not all of us are that way. That's the only small percentage of us who believe that gays don't exist and anti-gay sentimentality and all that stuff. But the rest of us, we rise above all the stuff that people used to think we are, and we are better than that. Okay. Now we're leading into how that affects the world. So let's continue on. How this affects the world is a lot of people are now, like I said before, now saying, hey, Russia's taking 2 steps back. And saying, oh no, Vladimir Putin, a bad guy. Hey, okay, for that, yes, he's not such a great guy. But at the same time, yes, we should not be telling them how to run their country. But at the same time, Vladimir Putin should not be saying, hey, if you're gay, you're going to be in big trouble. You're going to get punished. It's just not right. But it's also got a lot of people boycotting the games and stepping back. Oh no, I got Russian friends. It's not just that. It's also a lot of other social networking platforms you're not allowed to use in Russia. That's also going to be controversial with the games. Tweeting and whatnot. Oh, I forgot about that part. So yeah, that also brings it into controversial and also affects the rest of the world because a lot of people are expecting tweets from the games. So there you go, people. That's the mindset I hear and I'm getting from all the reports, all the news things I've heard. That is how people feel. But Russia hasn't said, hey, no. Just like Germany is trying to dig themselves out of the, is trying to say, hey, we're no longer, not all of us were Nazis. And all of us believe in the Nazis. So just like Germany's still trying to get them off of people say, oh no, all the get that negative thoughts out of the head. Russia's trying to do the same here. So there you go, people. Run into my final thoughts. I think yes, it could be great games after all. It could reflect and say, hey, Russia's really turning themselves around, and hey, Vladimir Putin may feel the pressure from the world community and the youth, especially of the world and their own country, and change his mind, but I don't know. So, I hope you all enjoyed my thoughts, my 2 cents, and also what I've heard from the rest of the world. And if you're going to have a bad attitude, I don't want to hang out with you. And now let's take another look at my sponsor. That's right, this video is being brought to you by Loot Crate. Loot Crate is the monthly subscription box for geeks and gamers. So you want to get your geek into gaming on in possibly the form of a bobblehead, maybe some 8-bit sunglasses, or whatever they decide to send you that month? Well, I'm about to tell you. Use this URL, that's right here, URL, then use this code, that's right, this code, LOOTSCREEN, to get 10% off of all the subscription plans. They are currently only shipping to US, Canada, UK, and Australia. Once again, if you want to get your geeking and gaming on monthly, simply use this URL or click on the one in my subscription box that's been there this whole time. And don't forget to use this. That's right, this code right here, LOOTSCREEN, and I'll get you 10% off of all of their subscription plans. Go ahead, try it out today. This is Maximus saying thanks for watching. Until next time, and this has been another edition of the Awesome YouTuber. Peace.